There isn't a whole lot of weeding to do when the plants are together and they've grown out and they are doing what they're supposed to do. The biggest problem we tend to have here is with the grass, the field grass growing up in between them. And it's not too hard to pull out if we keep on top of it. And you want to wear some gloves if possible. Keep your hands nice. And then you don't touch creepy crawlies and get freaked out. And you also probably want a container. I use a cardboard box, or this is a plastic box I just happen to have to collect your trimmings, because you can put them in this compost pile over here that the church has, or sometimes I will start a compost pile. I have a compost pile going right over there. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take the trimmings, especially if they're grass, and I will just lay them along the fence line, and that kind of keeps the weeds down in some of the areas that have less mulch. The other part is that you don't want to be miserable when you're doing your weeding. So what I like to do is I come out here super early in the morning. Oh, maybe there's been times I've been out here at like 6 when the sun comes up, and the sun in the morning is at the east. So the sun is at your back when you're working in the morning time. If you come out in the evening, that's fine too, because a lot of the things are so tall, it gives shade, because the sun is going to be out there in the west. The other part is that if you come late in the evening before the sun goes down, all these trees give really good shade. So it's just a little bit easier to do this task of weeding. Nobody likes to weed, but mostly they just don't like to be hot and bothered and bugged by pests, not pests, but like insects and things like that, scary crawly things. So again, if you've got your gloves, these actually have like a rubber coating on the fingers, and it's breathable fabric on the back, and they're kind of handy to have. I also bring, when I'm weeding, I bring my little toolkit, and I always bring water, and almost always I bring either a camera or my phone. Currently I am sitting on a stool because it's a lot easier to do. So right now I'm sitting on the stool, facing the weeds this way. What I can do sometimes is turn the stool around this way if I have to get in between the plants, and then straddle it, and I can lean forward on it or lean back on it wherever I might need to go. But I always have my bucket to my right hand side because I'm a right-handed, and I can just toss them right in there if I need to. So just some tips on tools to make your weeding easier. Some of the other things I use in the bucket, I'll pull out like a shovel or a rake or the scissors or whatever as I'm going along, so I can dig out some really tough weeds, which we don't have a whole lot of tough weeds. Mostly it's the grasses. And you can see right up in here behind these sunflowers that don't have flowers yet, by the fence, all that is crabgrass. That's all that field grass that's come in. It's got to come out.